right, guys, we went over vocabulary yesterday for the book Freckle Juice. So, we covered all of that. Raise your hand if you remember what freckles are. America, what is a freckle?
Freckle is those little dots on your face.
Yep, good job. Recipe. What's the recipe?
The recipe is like, it's like you're making a cake with some.
Okay, so it gives you a list of ingredients and it tells you how to put them all together, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. And allowance. What's allowance, Alberto?
Allowance is when your mom and dad, give you money
For doing
your chores.
Excellent.
All that.
When you combine two things together, Eric, what do you do?
It's called combination, and you make two things into one thing.
Exactly. What are ingredients, America?
Ingredients are the recipes you need to make something.
Very good. Appendicitis. That sounds painful. Does anyone remember?
It's that thing right here where you, like, by your side, and you need to take it out.
Okay, if it gets infected, you have to take it out. And chattering. Get Jacqueline?
Chattering means talking.
Very good. We don't do a lot of that, do we?
No.
All right, let's open up our books. Today we're going to be identifying characters in our book. So go ahead and open up to the first page of the book, which is actually a few pages in. And it starts with Andrew Marcus wanted freckles. Now, we're going to read a couple pages, and then we're going to go back and look at those pages and identify the characters that are on the pages. And then we're going to fill out a character traits sheet about them. And we'll do the first character together, and I'll help you with the second character, and then you guys are going to do the characters after that on your own. So, Alberto, would you read for me the first paragraph on that page?
Yes. Andrew Marcus wanted freckles. Nikki Lane had freckles. He had about 1,000,000 of them. They covered his face, his ears, and the back of his neck. Andrew didn't have any freckles. He had two warts on his fingers, but they didn't do him any good at all. If he had freckles like Nicky, his other would never know if his neck was dirty, so he wouldn't have to wash, and then he'd never be late for school.
Good job. So identify the first two characters we heard in there. Who's one of them?
One of them is Andrew Marcus.
Okay, and who is the other? Eric?
Nikki Lane.
Nikki Lane. America, would you read the second paragraph, please?
Okay. Andrew had plenty of time to look at Nikki's freckles. He sat right behind him in class. Once he even tried to count them, but when he got to 86, Miss Kelly called, "Andrew, are you paying attention?"
Very good. Let's go ahead to the next page. Eric, the next two paragraphs, please.
Yes, Mrs. Clinton, said Andrew. I'm glad you heard that. Now, will you please pick up your chair and join the reading group? We're all waiting for you. Andrew stood up in a hurry. His recording group giggled, especially Sharon. He couldn't stand out Sharon, she thought. She knew everything. He picked up his chair and carried it to the corner where his reading group at.
Very good. And Jacqueline, would you do the next couple paragraphs?
You may begin, Andrew, Miss Kelly said. Page 64. Andrew turned the pages and his look 64. He couldn't find it. The pages stuck together. Why did Miss Kelly have to pick him? Everybody else already had their books open to the right page. Sharon kept giggling. She covered her mouth and kept her nose. But Andrew knew that he was going on. What was going on? He finally found page 64, right where it was supposed to be, between pages 63 and 65. If he had his own freckles, he wouldn't have to count Nikki Lane. And then he heard Miss Kelly when she called razors, and nobody would laugh at him.
Very good. Back to you, Alberto.
Later when the bell rang, Andrew poked Nikki Lane. What do you want? Nikki asked, turning around. I was wondering about your freckles, Andrew said. Oh yeah? What about them? Andrew felt pretty stupid. Well, how did you get them? What do you mean now? You get born with them. That's how. Andrew thought that's what Nikki was saying. Some help you want.
Okay, we're going to stop right there. And we're going to go back and identify the characters that we've learned so far. So go ahead and grab a couple character traits out of the center right there. All right, so we identified two of the characters earlier, Andrew Marcus and Nikki Lane. So let's put Andrew on the first line of your character trait sheet. We'll write Andrew's name.
Should we go to the first page?
Sure. Okay. Now let's think about what we've learned about Andrew so far in our book. What are some characteristics that might describe Andrew? What do you think how do you think he acts? America?
Sometimes, excuse me, sometimes he's like forgets about what he's doing because he's too busy counting, sometimes counting Nikki Lane's freckles.
Okay, so he could be forgetful. So turn that into a simple sentence in your first box. Right, he could be forgetful, or he can be forgetful. Okay. So let's write that together. If you need help, you just do the best you can with spelling, and we'll correct these later. What's something else about Andrew that we can already figure out?
He wants to have freckles.
He wants to have freckles really badly, don't you think?
Yeah.
So let's put that in the middle box. He wants to have freckles. And it's right here if you need it. All right. And what's one more thing about Andrew that we can kind of figure out?
Yes, he wants to know how to get freckles.
Well, he doesn't want to know how to get freckles. That kind of goes along with wanting. Do you think Andrew likes himself very much?
No.
Why do you think that?
Because he says he wants to have freckles, but he doesn't have them.
Okay.
And because sometimes his mom won't tell if his neck is dirty, so if he has freckles, she can't tell. And he has to wash it so he won't be like pool.
So he doesn't like taking baths either, does he?
No.
But Andrew doesn't seem very happy with himself, does he? No? So you think that might be something that we could find support for in the book? Okay, so let's put that down as our third. He doesn't like himself very well. I did like that line about the taking a bath, though. That made me giggle. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do at the bottom part, it says, I know this because, how do we know that he can be forgetful? Where does it tell us that in the book?
On page 7, when he was counting, he tried to count Nikki's freckles, and he forgot what he was doing, and Miss Kelly said, are you paying attention? So that's when.
Very good. So on page 7, we'll just put page 7. Miss Kelly had to repeat herself to get him to listen, or had to call him twice. Okay. Now the next one is really simple. Okay. Where in the book does it let us know that Andrew wanted freckles?
Beginning.
The very first line says Andrew Marcus wanted freckles. So put the very first line. The first line tells us he wants freckles. And the words are spelled right there. If you need help with the spelling of freckles, it's right there for you. And then finally, how do we know that he doesn't like himself very well? Where in the book does it give us that idea?
It says that if he had freckles, he wouldn't have to count them, and no one would laugh at him.
Very good. The bottom of page 8, it says if he had his own freckles, he wouldn't have to count Icky Lane's. Then he'd hear Miss Kelly when she called other reading groups, and nobody would laugh at him. So that tells us that there's something about him that he doesn't like. So on page 8, he blames not having freckles for him getting in trouble. everybody all got that?
Mhm.
All right, so let's lay Andrew's sheet to the side. We haven't really learned a lot about the other characters, so we're going to go ahead and keep reading. And we'll come back to see if we figured Andrew out correctly in a little bit. Let's go ahead and read the next couple pages. We've got 2 pages to finish chapter 1. So, Eric, would you please read at the top of page 10?
Line up, boys and girls, Mrs. Kelly said. Start the book, come now. Sharon, you may lead the girls. Andrew, you may lead the boys. So lucky, just when he got to be leader, he had to stand and sing Sarah. When they were in line, Sharon whispered to Andrew, I know how to get things. How to get what? And Freckles said, who asked you? I heard you were thinking about him. Said Tom, kind of confused. She was always doing that.
Okay, thank you. America, would you read for me, please?
Do you want to know how to get them? Sharon asked. Maybe, Andrew told her. It'll cost you 50 cents. I have a secret recipe for Freckles juice. Sharon whispered. A secret recipe? Huh? Uh-huh. Sharon's tongue reminded Andrew of the frog catching flies. He wondered if Sharon ever got a mouthful of bugs, the way she opens her mouth and wiggles her tongue around. Andrew inspected Sharon's face. You don't even have freckles, he said. Look close, Sharon said. I got 6 on my nose.
Thank you. And Alberto, would you read on page 11?
Yes. Big deal. A lot of good six. Do. You can get as many as you want. 6 was enough for me. It all depends on how much freckle juice you drink. Andrew didn't believe Sharon for a minute. Not 1 minute. There was no such thing as freckle juice. Andrew had never heard of it before.
Very good. And we're going to stop right there. So, today in our story, we've met quite a few characters. We've met Andrew. We've met Nikki Lane, I believe. And who else have we met so far? Sharon. What do you think about Sharon? Little
Nosy?
Tricker?
Yeah, tricky and tricky and sneaky. So we'll have to think about that when we finish up our character traits paper. Who else have we met? We've met one more character, Jacqueline? Miss Kelly, and that's his teacher. All right, so, and we've learned that Nikki wants freckles, or no, Andrew wants freckles, Nikki has them, and Sharon is trying to convince Andrew that she can help him get them. Now, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think he's going to buy the freckle juice recipe?
He's probably gonna try it to
Okay.
see if she's lying or not.
Okay, so you guys all think he's going to buy it?
Yeah, because he wants freckles so bad.
He wants them so badly. Do you think it's going to work?
No.
Why not?
Because maybe she just did it with marker.
Maybe.
To
All
try
right.
to convince him.
Okay. All right, you guys did a great job today. Thank you. We will do some more of our character charts tomorrow. That was